Hi, my name is Agnes. I'm going to be doing this Q&A now with representatives from films that you saw in screening number 6 and one film from screening number 2. And I would like to ask our Q&A participants to introduce yourselves. So let's start with screening number 6. So we have buck fever.
Hi, my name is Louise and I made the film together with Griet.
Hi. We have How I Beat Glue and Bronze.
Yes. Hey guys, that's me. I'm Vladimir Vulević, and yeah, I made How I Beat Glue and Bronze. I'm from Serbia, in the moment in Germany.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
And then we also have selected milk added from Reconstituted. Sorry, so let's just stop with selected milk. So.
Okay, Jose Luis Ducid, director Alfonso Camarero, director producer Maria Meseguer, also director image, and Richard Hotz, the narrator. Or that's us. Selected milk.
Hi, I thought I recognized your voice. And then we also have from screening number 2, we have Old Boys Apples.
Hey, I'm Brad Hawk, director of Old Boys Apples here in Oakland, California.
Nice. So we have a bit of regional variety as well. So let's start with buck fever. What can you tell us about this family that you filmed? So how did you meet them? Yeah, how did you come across them?
Ja, wie maar.
Jullie kunnen.
So, yeah, we first had the idea to look for a child who did her or his first hunt. So that was the idea because of the husband of Louise. He hunted before, also in his youth. So we heard these stories and we were really like surprised when we heard the young age that he went hunting. We were like, whoa, that has to have an impact on a child. And we thought it must be a very special moment or changing moment for a child to experience that. So we wanted to search for a kid who was going on his or her first hunt. We had a slight preference for a girl because it would make it maybe a little bit more unexpected or special. But we didn't know the community in America, and Louise lives there. So I went also there. And then we went to a village, a hunting village, to look for people, but we didn't know how to start it. So it was a little bit awkward. And people also thought we were awkward because we were on the parking lots and on the streets asking to people, hey, do you have children? And can we film them? So it's a bit weird. But then I will see what jij zeggen in de winkel.
Yeah. So we ended up in that village, which is because I'm living in Texas. This is all shot in Texas. So we tried, like he said, we were on parking lots, we were like in shops, like trying to find some kids who were going on their first hunt. And then finally we were desperate after 2 weeks or something because we couldn't find anybody that wanted to work with us because they thought that we were from PETA because we're like Europeans, we look different. So it was really, really hard to find somebody. And then finally we like went into like a gun shop and there was a dad with his little son. And we approached them and they were talking about the little kid. So that's Chase. He was talking about his sister, how she was going to go on her first hunt. And we were immediately intrigued. She happened to be a cheerleader, which made it, it was extra special. And so we decided to go there. And then, we met with the whole family and it was really interesting. So we decided to go for it.
Okay, so, and since this Q&A will be shown to people after the screening, so it's not a spoiler to say that this doesn't happen. So, but you shot this, so the film came out last year. So has she actually gone on her first hunt by now?
But that was her first hunt that we shot.
Yeah, but she didn't shoot the deer, right?
Oh, yeah, no, the season is about to start, I think, in a few weeks. So she will get a new chance now, because it's not the whole year around. It's only from, I don't remember exactly, from November till January or something. So, yeah.
Are you still in touch with them, or?
You know, we text from time to time with the mother, but, you know, not that much, no. But they were very happy with the film.
Good. So yeah, so how long is the season? How long did you shoot the film?
We shot it in different parts because when we found the family, then I went back to Belgium, and then Louise stayed in touch with the family and she went to visit them. And she also went there for 1 weekend to make a kind of teaser. And then she went back 1 weekend, also 3 days, I think, alone. And then she went on with the preparing for the hunting, like the villing scene.
Skinning.
I don't know if it's English villing. Yeah, that is Louise with a little team, like a sound girl, a sound woman. And then afterwards, so that was 3 days. Afterwards, I went back to America, and then we went together for 1 more week. So in total, it was like 10 days.
And how long is the hunting season usually?
I think it begins it begins 2 weeks earlier for kids. Then it was half October, I think. And then in November, it starts for also adults. And then it goes on until January, like Louise said. So it's not so super long.
No, deer hunting. I don't know about other animals, yeah.
The pig hunting was also, the pigs there can hunt all the year.
Yeah.
So when Louise went, they were hunting on pigs in September already.
Yeah. I see. So, and so what is it about this topic that you find interesting? So what is it about deer hunting especially that you wanted to capture?
I think it's not that much about deer hunting itself. Like I said, like so I'm from Belgium, like Griet, and I married a Texan guy, and he grew up hunting. And to us, it was so to him, it was such a defining moment in his life. And he was like 7 or something when he shot his first deer. And to us, it's like, you know, we're from Europe. To us, it's kind of like incredible that happens. And it was that moment that we were after, because we talked to several hunters and they could all remember that moment, their first hunt. It's like crystal clear in their memory. It's like something that they will never forget. We even have his deer head that he shot like so many years ago. We still have it here. He's not hunting anymore, but yeah, I think that's the moment that we were trying to capture, basically.
Mm-hmm. And has your opinion changed maybe over the course of the film of hunting, or especially deer hunting?
For me personally, I didn't have a very strong opinion about it. It's not like I'm before or against it or something, because I don't ethically, I don't have a very strong for or against opinion. So that's not changed because I didn't have it before neither. Because the people there, they also said like, if you're eating meat, then it's a bit better for the animal to eat a meat from an animal that has had a good life in nature than eat meat from the supermarkets from animals that are from little cages or something. So I think if you eat meat, then that's maybe a better way to do it, because they shoot like I think not many, they shoot like 4 deer a year, and then they eat all the hair from it. So they vill it and they use every part of the animal to eat it. So they really, and there are also strict rules from how many deer you can shoot, so that the population stays good, and then they use it also. I think if you make the choice to eat meat, then it's maybe better to eat like that than from the supermarket. But yeah, like I said, I don't have a strong judgment or something about the act of hunting, or but yeah, it's not like that I'm a pro hunting activist or something. Neither. It's just.
I did have like a very strong opinion. I thought that all hunters, that it was very cruel and it was just about shooting and killing and all that stuff. But to me, like going with that family and to see how they were actually very respectful to nature and to animals, that kind of was like, yeah, almost a surprise to me. Like the kids, it's really a fun time for kids. They learn a lot about, I mean, it's not only about hunting, like they're playing the whole time. It's like, it's really fun for the kids. And so, yeah, for me, it changed. And I realized I was maybe a little bit of a hypocrite. Yeah. Since I'm eating meat and I'm judging, killing an animal like that, but like Griet said, like the ones in the little cages, that's what I'm eating. So it changed, but I'm still a little bit conflicted with kids and guns. Yes, for sure. It is very safe how they do it because the parents are always there, but still, I think it's way too young to do it.
I see.
Yeah, I want to add also that I have some questions with that. So, for us, it was really like a bit shocking when you think about a kid of 7 years old with a gun. Yeah. And as Louise said, it was very safe. The father was always with them, but it still feels for us weird and maybe not necessary. So I want to make that clear that me neither. I would not give my child from 7 years a gun. So, but yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, thank you. Let's go on with Glue and Bronze. How I Beat Glue and Bronze, I mean. That's the full title of the film. So Vladimir, now to you. So first, I wanted to ask if this is a story that's based on, if this is a film that's based on a real story.
Hi guys, actually not at all. I mean, not at all. I mean, it's inspired, of course, with the place that it's shooted, which is my birthplace. Small industrial shithole in West Serbia, like where I born and grew up, and that I left like 20 years ago. So it was mostly inspired by the spirit of the town, if I can say something like that, and the people who lives there, people of my generation especially, but everything in terms of narrative or the story is constructed and written. So yeah, no, not even autobiographical moments, I think. So it's it's not true story, but of course the fact that a lot of people living just like that could be the positive, I guess, answer on your question.
Mm-hmm. So, so the place is real, but the story is not. Maybe you can say like that. Okay. Yeah. So in the description of the film, we talk about the fact that you're sort of like deconstructing archetypes and sort of like we're sort of surprised all the time by what's happening in the film. Not all the time, but the film has a lot of surprises. So why it was important to you to really like deconstruct what we are expecting?
Yeah, I didn't thought about expectations so much, to be honest. Like it's just the way how the story is constructed. It's connected also with the fact that I'm from literature area, and that like the film is concerning me like not so long or not so. It's just like really fresh. I'm in it like 3 or 4 years, last 3 or 4 years. So it was more. I kind of decided to lean myself on the fact that I know how literature, like storytelling text, is working. So it was. I decided from the beginning to treat the image line, the image. The image and the sound layer completely or mostly differently and separately. And this layer voice layer is just constructed as a narrative literature, classical narrative literature text. So in terms of that, there is some like transitions and the changes that may be surprised, but or like working for a moment, it's like a surprise or whatever, like like how do you say that, like like in terms of expectation, like that something shows up that you couldn't anticipate or like or expect, but it was not intentionally to I don't know, to wonder or to disappoint or to yeah, to confirm anybody's expectation, something like that.
Okay, and well, this is sort of like a question that's inspired by your film. Do you think it's possible to ever really know somebody?
Yeah, that's a nice question. Actually, I like it. Yeah, I think some things, yeah, some unimportant things, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It really depends. Depends of the circumstances and the way how people I guess also grow up and surrounded by whom they lived and stuff. But yeah, existentially, if I can say like that, I really don't think so.
Okay, you don't think that it's possible to know somebody, or that it's not possible? That it
Yeah,
isn't...
yeah. I mean, to really know know somebody, and I think that like my experiences are like that. That like people mostly don't know so much stuff about themselves neither.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that was also not the conscious intention of the script or the film in general. But I understand your question and I like it. Yeah, it's. I think that in this particular case, like what I wanted to show is this very characteristic situation connected with my birth town. That like all the people. And I think that it's like the kind of case with all the small places that people not talking in each other so much, but or not at all, but about some other people with some other people when people are not present, they speak a lot. So yeah, in this case, I wanted to actually to show the situation when nobody talks with the guy, but everybody
talks about him.
Talks about guy, yeah, to other people, yeah.
I see. You mentioned that, like just now when you were responding to my first question, you mentioned you called this place shithole. So, what is it that makes a place a shithole? I
think I said charming shithole. So
okay.
maybe I didn't say it, but I meant it. Yeah, I mean it's in terms of everything. Yeah, I mean it was a really nice and calm place before like in the past, in the 80s when I born, and in the 90s. But then like all this like wilder social and political situations just like kind of ruin all this kind of places, and not just economically or like whatever socially or politically, but also yeah, it changed and it hurts people as a person. So I didn't want to I wasn't interested in that at all, and without any kind of drive to criticize the society or situation, but it's just like, yeah, I tried to treat this situation like warmly and like with understanding for the people, something like that. So yeah, what was your question? Is it yeah, shithole? Yeah, it is. I mean, in so many levels, there is nothing going on. There's like no drive, no interest, no content, no. It's a nice nature, though.
That's nice. Okay, so I guess that's it. So thank you, Vladimir.
Thank you too.
Yeah. So now let's go to added selected milk. not added, but selected. So I see that you're like 4 people there, which is nice. So maybe you can tell us, how did this film actually really come into being? What is the story behind it? How did you come up?
I think the director and the writer, the author should answer that question. ¿Cuál es la historia detrás de la peli? ¿Por qué? ¿Cómo llegó a ser?
Es un manual para promotoras que venden tetrabricks de leche en los supermercados.
I'll translate after. Okay, it's a manual for tetra, packs of milk cartons to how to sell milk cartons in the supermarket, basically. Except that's what's over, and then behind that is everything that's actually happening in that person's life. So there's that cover, which is what keeps the script together. But behind that, there's different scenes of the real life of that person who probably hates the job anyway. Go.
Está bien. Correcto.
And that's a real story, no? It's a real story. He doesn't want to admit it, but
La idea es no tomar leche nunca.
Never drink milk.
Este es nuestro mensaje.
That's
al
the
mundo.
message to the world.
No more milk victims.
No, we're serious. We don't look at it, but we're actually quite serious. Yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions? Really.
So how did you actually find the right form for the story? So was it first the story, or did you come up with the form?
¿Fue primero la forma o la historia? ¿Qué pasó primero?
Está bien esa pregunta. Mira, este es el libro, el original.
It was a book. He's a poet.
Y lo escribí medio entre trabajos, muy malos trabajos, estando preso, y me pasó que
He had horrible jobs. He had one job, another job, and he wrote that in the middle of all these, looking for jobs and stuff.
Y un día en un supermercado me quisieron vender un tetrabric de leche y ahí, ¡pac!, lo vi.
One day he went into the supermarket and there was a salesperson trying to sell him a pack of milk, and then something clicked. As absurd that may seem, that's the kind of person he is. And then the idea of using that as a criticism probably on society and the work market and the labor market, he came up with this book. So the idea, it was first a book, and then the rest of the team came along, and we each one did their part to create this short film.
Pero sí, que la peli empieza con un libro, con el libro.
Starts with a book.
Claro, pero María un día me dio unas fotos.
Showed him some pictures, some photos.
Vi una foto de María y dije, funciona con esto. Pero esto lo había escrito hacía 20 años atrás.
That book is written about 20 years before. And one day, just like it clicked.
Un día vi una foto y bien. Luego con las fotos y ¿qué es eso? Luego con las fotos le di a mi amigo Alfonso y Alfonso le puso la música. Pero yo nunca dirigí ni la música ni las fotos. Fue todo por capas.
It was layers, different layers. First he wrote the book, or first he had the idea, or he was having a bad time in the labor market. Then he went in the supermarket and found out how to put that all together into some kind of poems, which are poems and prose. And then years later, he found some pictures from Maria, and thought back about this book. Oh, we could use these pictures. They fit so much with with what I was thinking about when I wrote that book. And then Alfonso came and he showed the pictures and the book to Alfonso. And Alfonso, he has a recording studio now, and he wrote the music. And then they called me, and I said, it all happened step by step, and it all worked really well. And
Claro, pero nunca hubo un plan. Es la verdad.
There's not a plan. It's
Pero funciona.
They've done many other things in the meantime. He's always writing. He's got success in writing other works. He's successful in his work, and so is she. And I would do other things. But we came together, and everything really fit together over time and space. And here we are, and we're very happy. And it seems to have worked.
We're also very happy to have you here. Right. And I wanted to ask you another thing, which is, so have you worked together before, or and how did you all meet each other?
Okay, como habíamos trabajado antes juntos. I met him. I was very good friends with him. He was friends with him, and we were friends. And so it's kind of a network, a little network of things. It was not planned. Things just sort of happened. At some point, there was kind of a plan, but then when we started putting it together, we saw that it really fit.
Sí, pero escúchame, lo importante es por ejemplo, la música.
Music.
Yo le di las imágenes y el texto, y él me dio la música por separado. Fue curioso el proceso, ¿no?
Yeah, different layers that had connection. First was the book. Then the image. When we found the connection between the book and the image, that called for something else. And then he came in. He just saw the book and the image, and he wrote the music by himself. And then
the thing is, answering to your question, we met together working. But working, we became friends. I mean, el roce hace el cariño, no sé cómo es la expresión.
Yeah, you get close, and then you become cariño. It's like not love, but almost, you know. And also, I wrote he helped me with my poetry, and then it's a little network of things. We knew each other. And,
I see.
We each did our part, and it all came together.
Nice. And just another quick question. So where are you now? Which country? You're all in
Spain, northwest Spain, in the rocky and rainy coast of Galicia, a town called La Coruña.
I see.
Where Jerry Garcia came from, and Victor Moscoso came from, in fact.
And are you going to continue working together?
General Franco is from here.
And General Franco. But yes. Now that we found the synergy here, I think.
Sure. In fact, we have we both have another new field, but this is virtual reality field. So it's very difficult to show. But if you some way next year have a VR section, we will put it there.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know actually about our next year's plans, but who knows? We might. Okay, thank you so much. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
This was very nice talking to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your films, and I hope to see you someday in person as well.
Totally.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.